Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Ah,
How are you? Merry Christmas.
oh, Merry Christmas. I love this color on you. Huh?
You. Christmas time, and you too. You're wearing red.
Yeah.
I guess we
Yeah.
both brought for the Christmas one. We should
Mm.
definitely be dressed for the occasion.
Sounds good. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Yeah, this one is a very special one, actually. We are going to get inspired by different Christmas tales and Christmas stories, first of all. And then the topic is actually a really, really good one, the money scripts, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's a deep topic, actually. And this, of course, we could talk about this one for hours, but I'm really looking forward to spending this next hour on talking about this one.
Yeah, so good. And we prepared a few gifts slash surprises for the people who are able to join us today. So it's really amazing. I don't know if we have already a few people on the line who want to get in touch, because we're gonna get the messages through this stream, the chat. So for the people who are with us right now, they can enter their comments in the chat of LinkedIn, I think, or maybe some of them also are on Facebook. And that way we should be seeing it on our screen of the chat, and we can, of course, because some of the questions are interactive, so it's the idea.
Exactly. And so you can say, if you want, you can say hello on the
Yeah.
chat so we can see who is there and how are you feeling today? Are you getting ready to the Christmas mood? Hopefully so.
So amazing. And yeah, perhaps we should just say a few words who we are for those of you joining today or even watching this replay, because it's going to be available on LinkedIn. Um, who want to know about the community a little bit more, who we are, why we're here. Mina, I let
Let's
you start.
do it. Yes, with pleasure. And I already put here just the slides also, so we are then ready to start. So welcome everyone. My name is Minna Schmidt, and I am a financial well-being coach on a mission to help women build financial freedom and security. I've been now a financial coach for around 1.5 years or so, and helped dozens of women to build better finances and get started with investing. And yeah, together with Sophie, we are the Flourish Financially team. Sophie, do you want to say a few words as well?
Yeah, always a pleasure. So, indeed, Sophie Jablonski, business partner with Mina on Flourish Financially. We're both very passionate about this subject of financial empowerment, and I come from the background of scientist, so I like to call myself scientist and positive psychology practitioner. Yes, hi Caroline,
Right,
love
hi,
it.
thank you.
And
Birthday.
and I'm becoming more specialized in time also through this work that we do at Flourish Financially on the topic of financial health and well-being. So it's a beautiful kind of hybrid combo of the best of financial planning and positive psychology, so we can all flourish. And that's why we decided on this amazing brand and community name, right? Flourish Financially.
Very good. And hello, Arend, as well. Welcome. Nice to
Yeah,
know. And Anupa as well. Everybody loves the red. Perfect. We should always coordinate colors, Sophie, I think. No?
we can talk. We can make a rainbow over the over
Yes,
the year, right? When we speak.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you think? Shall we get started?
Yes, let's get started. And the first little exercise that we wanted to do together with you
Yeah, it's easy.
is it's an easy one. Well, maybe not so easy. Let's see. So, if money were a character in your Christmas tale, who would it be? And we have brought here a couple of these very well-known, iconic Christmas characters and how they could be perhaps an inspiration about how you think about money and how you behave around money. So on the left hand, we have the most famous of them all, Santa Claus, working very hard to give a lot of gifts to everyone, providing for a lot of people, but maybe not to themselves, right? So maybe this kind of giver personality, right? Then there's, of course, the Grinch. You probably know this one, right? The one who doesn't like Christmas and who is a quite materialistic person. So he wants everything to himself, and believes that wealth is really about the material possessions. Of course, he then later on realizes that is not necessarily the case. And on the middle, we have Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. For all of us kids who were growing up in the 90s, this was one of our big heroes, at least for me. So he's very resourceful. He's very clever. He manages to defend himself. He uses the resources that he has. And of course, from time to time, he can also spend extravagantly, especially on room service when he's in New York. Ebenezer Scrooge is a more classic one, right? So this is, of course, on the outset, a very stingy personality, known for not being very generous. But actually, I think what he could maybe symbolize here is this transformation.
Yeah.
A revelation comes to him in the form of these ghosts that show him kind of the power that he can have, right, through being kind, and he actually then transforms into someone who is very thoughtful and generous. And last but not least is the Frosty the Snowman, which is maybe here as a kind of happy-go-lucky, let's celebrate it while we can, right, before you melt away. So a playful approach to finances. So enjoying, the pleasures of the moment without worries.
So good.
Yeah, indeed. And by the way, hello, Françoise, as well.
Yes,
welcome. So we would like to ask you as well. So any thoughts? Does any of these characters resonate with you? Or if you have another one in mind as well, that would be ringing a bell.
Yeah, actually, I mean, it's interesting because I don't know about you, Minna, or the other people who are with us, but it seems to me I spot more in the other people. It's hard to place myself almost, but I can see a few people a bit Scrooge in my family.
Okay, very good.
I think Santa Claus, I think as parents, we kind of feel like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Because with the kind of Christmas list that we get sometimes from the kids, and then the rest of like us wanting to gift other people, I must admit that when somebody is asking me what would you like, it's almost impossible to say. I'm always like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, true. And yeah, it is kind of hard to place yourself. Maybe I love, of course, Kevin is my big hero. So I sometimes feel like him because I'm like trying to optimize my finances as much as possible. Of course, being a finance coach, I am like always trying to make the most of everything and trying to kind of manage myself. But I think there's a point in that one as well. Maybe you need to actually, or maybe I need to actually sometimes ask for more help and not try to do everything myself.
Yeah.
Like Kevin. So it's good to be resourceful, but sometimes you also need help from others, and that could be something to think about.
So any Frosty in the audience, perhaps?
Yes. Who do we have in the audience?
Let us know.
What do you feel like?
Yeah. And then we're gonna move on to the manuscripts. Don't worry.
Yes.
Wanted to lighten the mood.
Exactly. Anyone confessions? Who do you feel like? Any Santa Clauses out there?
Oh, well.
I don't know. As a parent, you indeed like feel a bit like the Christmas spirit, like trying to.
I feel sometimes the kids are a bit Grinch, right?
Yes.
They really want to like have a lot.
They want to have a lot of gifts, yes.
Oh, well.
Oh, now we see some comments coming up. I think they take a while to come. So we have a Frosty out there who is happily spending and enjoying. Very nice.
Love that.
And Caroline, combination of Kevin and Frosty. Okay, very good. Yeah, that's good. So resourceful on the other hand, making sure things work out, but then also sometimes more indulgence, which is also fine. It's Christmas after all. And feeling like behave like Santa, and this year more like the Frosty the Snowman. Okay, very good, Xenia.
It's the perfect combination, right? They almost work together, you could say. So
yeah, that's true. Exactly. They do. Yeah.
Okay.
So shall we move on?
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more, I mean, dare we say, in between quotes, seriously. So this is a topic that we wanted to bring to everyone today before Christmas, is this idea of the money scripts. And we presented them as characters, and obviously this is how they can be playing out in your mind, actually, because it's really coming from the psychology, financial psychology. And it's this idea that sometimes without realizing, we have absorbed in time certain stories, certain beliefs. Oh, Minna, I think on the screen we see your... Yeah.
Oh, there is this kind of clip. Okay, sorry.
No problem. So we have absorbed some of these stories, some of these beliefs about money, and we don't necessarily question them. And why it's important sometimes to take a step back and try to become more aware of that is that if we don't know that we have these stories playing out, then they're gonna create possibly some limiting beliefs or certain ways that we feel about money or situations around money that we feel we are not really controlling, but the emotion we feel is going to drive how we act, how we behave. So in particular, this can impact our financial choices, our decisions. And as we know, for example, at Christmas, it could be, but not just at Christmas, about overspending, or sometimes actually avoiding to invest because we feel actually bad, guilty, or even ashamed. So it's something that's really interesting to take a bit of time to investigate. And you may know that it's not something that comes so naturally. So actually, it's worth investing a bit of time. I mean, it's the choice that I've made. I know Minna too, and many of the women that we work with decide to spend a bit of time to think about what are these beliefs that are maybe not aware. And let's look at a few examples, perhaps. I think we have.
So just to make this concept of money script a bit come to life, what does it actually mean? So we've picked a few of these here as examples, but everyone is different, right? So you probably have something of your own in your mind, with a bit of a festive twist again. So one of us is this kind of more Scrooge style script of like, money doesn't grow on trees, or money is not easy for me to earn. This type of script. The Tiny Tim script, right? Which is more about, it's selfish if I want more. It's greedy to want to be wealthy, for example. So these kind of negative beliefs about money or wealth. I also recognize very well from many people this magic wand script, which is sort of, but money, that can solve all problems. Like if I only had money, then I wouldn't have any worries at all in the world, right? So it would be the magic wand that would, resolve everything. Very important one also, the emotional spending script. So how do I actually show love is by giving expensive gifts. So This I also see with people, right, where you actually kind of equate that I can give like these expensive gifts, or that's what makes the people see that I really love them, right? And that's quite a strong belief that one can have as well.
It's like this projection, right, that we have sometimes, and on money, about what it means, also even emotionally, right? That money equals love, because you're giving an example of offering a gift, but you can also see that in the case of, for example, inheritance, because this was a topic we covered not so long ago. And there's also this feeling sometimes that getting something financial at the time of the death is assimilated to whether the person loved us or not. It can create all these tensions in between different people that are there. Or, of course, another one, that's a classic one, is that money equals success. So, like, if you get the money, then you're successful. It becomes this kind of identity thing.
Yes, it's so tied to many things, absolutely. And then there is here the last example as well, the self-rewarding one, right? So I deserve to spend money during the holidays, right? It's kind of tied to my self-worth, or I've worked so hard this year, so now I really deserve to spend money, and kind of maybe there's another emotional need actually behind this. So these are just examples of some of those scripts. And of course, if there is something that resonates with you or that you feel like could be relevant for you, we would love to, of course, hear about that.
Yeah, you can take a note. I mean, we're going to go through a quick exercise afterwards. So the idea would be, if there's already one that you feel like, oh yeah, that's really like something that I have sometimes on my mind, it's nice to recognize that. Okay.
Very good. So why is now a good time kind of to change these scripts? So, we just wanted to kind of invite you a bit into doing a kind of mini exercise together to think about these things. I think it can really give yourself a bit of a gift of a fresh perspective. If you take the time to do this with us, we're going to lead you through some quick steps. It's really, if you do that, I think it can be quite helpful actually to realize something completely new. Maybe it can reset some of those old beliefs that you have. And now is a good time to do it. It's the end of the year, you're doing perhaps some reflection on the year back and kind of getting ready for a new start, for a new year. And that's why this is a very nice time to do it and kind of try to unwrap some of those limiting beliefs and start to rewrite in a way your financial story.
And I love that because, as you say, it's like unwrapping, it's like a gift. And as we say, it's often with this, in psychology, we often use that, right? And also, in coaching, we do that a lot. It's this idea that sometimes we don't want to look inside the box. And with limiting beliefs, it's a bit like that. They are hidden. So when we look at them, we're often kind of feeling a bit strange. We don't know, is that really a gift? But actually, the message is, yes, that's a gift, right? Because you can rewrite it. You can absolutely rewrite this one and others, and then you're rewriting your whole story.
And actually, what I really love about this as well, that this recognition that it can actually feel a little bit uncomfortable to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's always uncomfortable to challenge like things that you believed were true, or that you kind of, it's part of who you are almost, right? And changing ourselves is like a little bit painful in some ways. Of course, you'll feel much better and confident afterwards, but the process of changing it may be sometimes a bit uncomfortable, and that's where growth comes from, right? So just remember, kind of, a belief is in a way just a thought that you've like just told yourself over and over and over again until you believe this to be kind of true. The good news is, with intention and with effort, you can actually also change it, and then really also as a result also change your behaviors and become much more confident and kind of bring kind of money and wealth as a tool for even joy and security and empowerment for yourself.
And that's why working in a community is also so powerful, because when you're able to feel at ease to share some of these thoughts, and without the fear of whatever retaliation or fear of being judged, you can really discover that either other people think like you, so you're not the only one, or the other way around. You can realize other people have completely different paradigms, and both are very enriching for us. So that's also why we feel this power of the community to be doing this sort of introspections almost. So everybody can do the reflection by themselves, but it's often even richer to do it. So you could even take that to your whatever Christmas dinner, or I don't know what kind of celebration you have, and try to do this again. Huh?
Excellent. So shall we go actually to the steps?
Yeah, love it.
Do it.
Right, there's always the need for a framework with X steps. So we went for 5 this time. And
you take this banner away so that you can read all the slides.
yes, okay.
Yes.
So good. Okay, so we created a quick guide also that has the 5 steps, and it also has some prompts and spaces for you to use and answer at your own in your own time. We're not going to go through the whole things that we cover in that free guide, but at least the main basic principles. So we propose 5 steps to change the money scripts. The first one is to be able to identify the limiting beliefs. So to do that, you can ask yourself a few questions, unless you have already spot from your own experience, maybe your childhood, some beliefs that you feel is really with you almost instantly, like when you think about money, when you think about your relationship with money, and that would be one. So you're choosing one limiting belief, and you could choose several if you want in time to rewrite several of those. The second step is to be able to challenge the belief. So it means that we're getting out, we're stepping out, we're not anymore associating necessarily with that belief, and we consider the possibility, so we become an observer, that maybe is not entirely true. So let's say we don't completely rejecting it, but we're saying, yeah, what if actually there's a way to look at that slightly differently? And that's the power of the brain. That's also the power of language. So that's where you try to actually identify in your experience, in your past, in what other people say, in what other people do, certain pieces that you say, yeah, okay, it's kind of true, but yeah, there's still this thing that can be said about it that's not maybe 100% true. And that way, you're starting to create what we call bridge thought, where you're again using the language in a very powerful way. I mean, for the psychological journey here, which is that you're giving the possibility to think differently. So one example here is to say, it's possible that, or you could say, I know of people who, even if you're not speaking about yourself, you're kind of starting to phrase in a positive way a different belief. So that's the bridge thought step. And then what you're doing too is to decide for yourself what would be the, I would say, the ultimate new thought that you'd like to believe. So if we were starting by something like, I will never be rich, for example, which was one of the examples in the limiting belief column, and you want to go to actually, I'm capable of creating financial abundance, or I have a life full of abundance, which could be even like the vision. And then you know that you can go from A to B. And in between, we could work out the different steps. And of course, the most important step, I would say, it's not really a step, it's almost what you do with the progress that you want to get. And you need to practice and repeat. We wrote daily, And some people are probably gonna smile, and I guess I would have smiled a few years ago, but it's really something worth trying out. It goes with this idea of journaling, and again, how you can really accompany the change that you want in your life by working it out in small steps. And there's a really cool 30-day exercise that is proposed also in the freebie. So we are not going to do it today, but you can try to do it. I promise you, do it, and you will feel a big change. And the idea is really to do this exercise of writing out your belief, writing out what's coming up for you in terms of like limiting beliefs when you're looking at your new beliefs. And then little by little, you do these 30 days and you're really going to see a huge difference. So let's start with right?
Yes, let's start. I just wanted to say one thing I really love. So just to mention as well, so this QR code, which is on the slide, you can scan with your phone. And with that, you will get kind of the detailed guide for how to do this exercise. And really, really recommend it. It's a very nice way to kind of challenge these money scripts that you may have in mind. So really recommend to download it. And also about the last point on kind of how to make this happen. So this tools like journaling is the great one, and also this visualization. So there's also really solid research that when you visualize something, it makes it, I don't remember now exactly how much more likely that this goal will actually happen. So it could be like, a collage, or it could be like a little sticky note that you see on your bathroom mirror every day, or something like that, where you tell it yourself, and slowly this thought starts to get internalized. And I've seen it for myself as well, the practice like actually change a lot of things. So it's amazing the power that it has.
Yeah, I love that you say that. And in fact, it's one of the latest prompts in this daily exercise. It's basically visualizing yourself arrived at that stage when you believe your new belief and talking to you now. So imagine you're already like that person that has all the abundance that they want in their life. What would they tell you today? And it's a very nice one to write a few sentences. What would they say? For example, I know what you're feeling. It's not easy, but you'll get there one step at a time, or whatever it is that you think that person who's already there, and for them it's true, this is what they're living through. What would they say to the person who is still limited, but is the same person? So it's
it's getting very very no, but great. And very good. So let's start to actually do this. So are you guys ready who are there online with us?
Maybe tell us if you're having any issues with getting the freebie, because we've tried it, the QR code, but if at least one person is able to confirm they're getting it from the screen, we cannot see if the size is big enough for you to get it on the phone.
And it should work even
maybe,
with a small one.
Anyway, so let's go through the steps, and we can zoom in the code if not.
Let's do this together, indeed. I mean, just in a kind of simple way, right? You can then do the full exercise with a guideline, but kind of to just show you a bit how this works and bring it to life. We thought we would also do this together with you. So first step is to try to identify one such limiting belief that you have. What is a belief about money that no longer serves you? And here are kind of some examples. I mean, one of them could be like, yeah, I'll never have enough money, or I was not meant to be rich, or I need to work hard for every penny, or there are many such sentences that we may tell ourselves. And here are some prompts that you could maybe think about. For example, what do you think about rich people, or what do you think about when you talk to other people about money, or is there something that possibly makes you feel slightly discomfortable or discouraged? Or even if money was a person, like we did in the first part, right? What would that person look like? So here are some.
Yeah, I guess they are coming from so many different directions. So it's not really that, let's not try to get too overwhelmed there. I mean, maybe you already have a thought, a limiting belief that you want to work on today. So that will be enough. But this is actually to show almost also we say in French, the ampleur. We want to say like the width and the depth that you can wish to go to when you really uncover your beliefs, because it's overwhelming actually. More in the sense of it's present in so many different dimensions of our lives. So it may be worth sitting down and just trying to see what are the thoughts that are coming up for that.
Okay, so let's try to bring this into life. So, Sophie, do you have something that you would you have recognized for yourself? Do you have any such scripts?
Yeah, I was thinking one of the ones that I worked on last year. Actually, I think it was in March when I did the 30-day exercise. And it's something I was looking yesterday, and it kind of felt still, yes, okay, it's something I could still work on. It's this idea that I have not yet achieved enough financially to feel that I'm a savvy financial investor.
Okay, very good.
So I think it's not something I want to believe, but it's something that I feel is coming up.
You tell yourself, yeah, it's a belief that has kind of stuck with you, like with everything that you have achieved. And so, but this is like, it's you yourself who is telling. And mine, so I was also trying to reflect on this because, of course, I do a lot of work on finances all the time and so on. But I mean, I think we all probably still have some of those money scripts. So mine is something like I can't be as financially successful as an entrepreneur as I was in my corporate career.
Okay.
So I was working in finance before, and like, oh, there's no way. That's the belief that I have. But I don't like it. I don't think it's.
Yeah, you don't like it, right? Let's prove this wrong, my dear. There's no need
and
to continue.
anyone in the line, if you feel online, if you feel comfortable, is there something that you have identified, perhaps even in this quick exercise? Like, is there some belief that you have about money or finances that is no longer serving you?
I think one that is also very, very common, and I think I had it, and many people have it, is that money is hard. So, you could say it's about hard work, but it's also that it's hard. It's almost
The
like
whole
to
topic
get
is
money,
like
there's this hardship kind of involved,
Yeah, it has a negative kind of aura almost around it in the minds of many people, right? That's true.
To earn it, yes, that you need to it's almost like you need to suffer, or you need to almost sacrifice, I mean, it's a bit in that way.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's true. That's something that many people probably think about. Yeah, it's true. Very good. So shall we move into the next step? So after you have maybe such a belief in your mind, what happens next?
So the next step is to try to look at what other beliefs you can, in a way, construct in a way that doesn't feel completely unnatural. Because if we take the example of money is hard, or money is about, oh yes, okay, Xenia, and Caroline, yes, this one.
For the comments to come.
So I mean, if we continue with
long hours, to earn money, I love that. Yeah, so money doesn't come easily, right? You have to work hard to get it. And here is also from Xenia. Yeah. You have to have money, you really have to work hard. Like it's like almost a
Yeah.
trade-off. Like you have to like either become the slave that works hard, or then have no
Mm.
money otherwise, right? Last month I started to
So
hear something else. Very good.
so
That sounds
good,
good.
right? Because the point is that you can really play with your own mind and say, okay, let's take the absolute opposite. So if it's not hard, it is then easy. Okay, so that's kind of, we could say, I would want to have that belief that money is easy.
Yeah, money is easy, or money is abundant, or I am successful about in earning money or in investing. And Caroline also, you're doing the money coach training. Okay, this is yeah, very good on the energy of money. Very interesting. We'll love to hear more about that one.
Yeah. And energy is part of the emotion, right? So that's why when we think in a different way, we're able to have different emotions. And that kind of changes really how we can behave around money. So that's why it's so good. So anyway, let's say that we start from hard to easy. And I guess one of the possible thought that we can have on the ladder, a bridging thought, that's how we phrase it, could be something like, well, it's possible that sometimes I can find an easy way to earn money. So that's not completely the opposite, but
Yeah.
I'm giving myself the possibility to find that.
And is there also ways that you kind of say, there are people that I know who have
Yeah,
actually turned around their financial story, who maybe started with not that much, but today they're doing really well financially.
that's also another
Yeah.
possibility, right? To use indeed, as you say, um, an example of somebody that you would admire and kind of use as the inspiration for you to take you on the ladder, right? Oh, I know this great other businesswoman, and she's able to make it with whatever makes it feel easy for you. So she's able to do that, and I don't know, go on holiday 5 times a year. I know someone like that.
Yes.
So
That is possible. And also like what I like, it's kind of this I'm taking steps towards that. So I'm actually
yeah,
not maybe there yet, but I am taking steps. I am learning how to become financially more responsible, or how am I like I am, yeah, I'm taking steps, or I'm learning how to become a successful businesswoman who is
yeah,
able to earn well while taking also the time that I want for my holidays, for example.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm going. So it's like a progression, right? Step by step. You don't change from kind of like money is very difficult for me to like I am a superstar with money, right? That just doesn't happen.
yeah.
But you are having these bridge thoughts which bring you closer to
Mm.
that end state, right?
Or the one that I love also too here, right? Which is like, I can imagine myself. I can imagine myself becoming more abundant, and at the same time, it's not that hard. I can.
Exactly. And thank you, by the way, Francois, confirming that you can get it the freebie. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Nice.
Yeah. I think Aaron also sent us this
And
like tick
Aaron also
mark.
said it
I
well, so very
interpreted
good.
it meant the freebies. Okay. I guess. Okay. And the step 3. So is about writing the empowering belief. And that one is a bit of a combination, what we explained in the start and in the second step, which is you're trying to find a sentence that is challenging for you perhaps to believe today, but it's something you would like to believe, and you're making sure you're phrasing it in a way that feels authentic to you. So it's the use of the language is also here very important. An example here would be what we wrote, like I trust myself that I'm gonna figure out how to become successful and make it easy for me.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And I'm just thinking for my one, what would be, so definitely the second step with the enriching thoughts, that I think for me is quite easy in a way to find one. So for example, saying there are many other successful coaches who have managed to be very successful financially, much better than their corporate careers, or I am taking steps towards like building such a practice that will allow me to be a successful financial coach that also combines that with my other life needs, things like that. But then the actual final belief, this really the sentence, I think it really has to resonate with you, right? What is the belief? It's like almost like a mantra that you tell yourself.
Yeah, I'm building the life I want for myself almost. So it's kind of a repetitive daily thing. So it could be like, I'm learning to do the hard thing in an easy way.
Yeah, something like that. I want to put there like something concrete as well, like really about, yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, I have to think about it. Like, what is the perfect sentence for this? Maybe something that, being a successful financial coach also means you can, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard, right? I don't know anyone on the line. What did you have any revelations? What would be a good sentence for you? I clearly need to still work on mine. Sophie, did you have some? Maybe we go to the next step, which is actually to sharing these insights, right? What could be such a new belief that you would like to carry into 2025, the new year starting? Or any revelation that this could bring to you? What about you, Sophie? Do you have something for yours? What would you consider as the empowering
I think
thought?
there's one that's kind of empowering for me is this idea that I have something unique and beautiful to offer the world. I think is something like that.
Oh, that's lovely.
And it's something that I would like to think of on a daily basis, and is also creating some triggers in my mind. But I don't think it's impossible. So that's what I'm going for, I think.
Very good. I love it. I was thinking something like I am a successful financial coach that helps my clients build financial freedom in a way that allows me also to stay present to my own needs. Maybe something like that. So it combines the successful coaching with also being successful in my personal life, that I can live my life in the way that I want to.
Yeah, and take care of yourself.
Yes, exactly. That's a very important one.
Actually, yes, Françoise, I love that question. Does money doesn't grow on trees mean I must work hard to earn money? It's hard to say, because this is, of course, these are the kind of expressions that we absorb, that people repeat. So I think it's almost more for you to consider what it would mean to you. I know that when I was thinking of this sentence, money doesn't grow on tree, So what if it would grow on tree? What would that mean? And I guess the idea is that you can just go and pick it up. So I guess maybe it's this idea indeed that if money doesn't grow on tree, then it means it's kind of hard, or I don't know, you need to go and dig it, or you need to.
Nothing comes for free in life. It's maybe a bit of that as well. Like nothing is for free. Like there is always a price in a way. You can't just go pick it out from the garden, but you can. You always have to do some trade-offs. For me, it symbolizes something like that as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it becomes really this. I mean, treat yourself with curiosity, right? I mean, that's the beauty of this exercise, because indeed you probably ask 10 different people and they will have 10 different interpretations of some of these expressions that are everywhere. Oh, we have.
Xenia was writing, I love this. I am a creator of my life. Everything is possible and all my dreams coming true, and I'm already on a proper track. Think positive. Wow, I love that. That's really, really nice. Creator of my life. This is very, very positive and very much, it's almost, it almost feels like to me like this mantra, right? I've also been experimenting with using mantras, right, for things that were really important to me and where I needed to work on some things that were, quite essential almost for me to really be healthy and
Right.
I really believe that they do work in some ways because they I think that's also been scientifically proven. The change that you have kind of in your mind and in your subconscious when you tell these things to yourself every day, like that change really sticks.
Oh, wow. Yes, for sure. I mean, the way you talk to yourself, so important. So I love also the phrasing here. I'm just saying that in terms of like the style, the fact that it's phrased also in the present tense. Is this also this present, continuous present? So my dreams are coming true. It's like something, it's flourishing as we speak, right? My dreams are coming true.
It's already happening and I'm enjoying it, right? It's like
that,
yes.
So,
and live in order to enjoy my life. Yes. Life is a gift that has been given to us, right? Living it in negativity and not enjoying it is kind of wasting that gift, right? So I really love that as well.
Yeah, the idea of joy as well. Yeah, is good. You were saying Arendt also.
Arendt, yes. Save wisely, spend mindfully, and invest in your future self. I love that one as well. You are in the right crowd with the Flourish Financially. This could be like our mantra as well, especially the last one in investing in your future self, right? So this is like present and future, right? What you do today helps your future self. So powerful. Really love that one. It's a very good one.
Amazing.
Love it. Yeah. Anyone else still want to share something that you thought about? Or any questions as well?
Maybe let's go to the next part.
Yes.
All right.
Let's don't want to bring a graph to here, right?
So yeah, I mean, that's what we're here also to talk about, is where are we now and where would we like to be. So the reflection is worth it's worth to spend a bit of time on this reflection for both these time frames. And some of us are able to ask this question now: where do we place ourselves when it comes to, let's say, financial health and well-being. This graph is really an illustration of what is called the mental health continuum. The figures are rather indicative, but they are semi-grounded in some studies when it comes to mental health. The idea is that when we look at the population in general, or the humans, there is a certain percentage of people that are thriving and super functional, the part that we call the flourishing, but there's also a vast majority of people who are actually not necessarily flourishing and thriving, but are actually functioning, but not necessarily with having much pleasure, or actually could be severely suffering. And this part in yellow, you can see, is the bulk of the population. It's the part that is called the psychological languishing. And we decided we want to use a bit this as an extrapolation of our financial health and well-being, because we believe we see that a little bit in the type of people that we meet in our lives, and maybe you would recognize that too. So there's this idea that actually we could be more flourishing in our financial lives, we could be more fulfilled and really thriving. But unfortunately, the reality for most of us is we are probably close to languishing, and sometimes severely suffering. And what is the promise of positive psychology and the work we do with Flourish Financially is that there are ways in which you can work out to go more towards the part on the right. And it's something you may want to think about for yourself, where you would place yourself today, and envisage the possibility, as we are unwrapping limiting beliefs and also talking of the vision for the future, that there's a possibility you could be somewhere else in a year, for example. So what if that's something that you could be doing for yourself?
And I think this is very, actually, I mean, who knows if it's exactly 55% or 60%, or what is the exact number in any population, right? But I think on the grand scheme of things, this is actually quite accurate. So there is a small part of people who are in the severe suffering, where financial worries is a real stress. And depending on the country, it might be more than that, than 55%, right? That this is really, constant stress and worrying and survival mode, right? And then on the other end, right, the super functional, like this is really the superstar, right? Where you're really confident, you're having pleasure, right, from managing your finances. It gives you a lot of energy. You're like thriving. You're having a lot of energy and fun with it. Like it's amazing, right? But then that's the two extremes, right? Which are not so common, right? Either one of those. But there is this big part in the middle, right? And there are some who are more in this thriving, right? So they feel great because they are organized and their finances are working for them. They feel like, yes, I'm progressing and I'm growing. I'm doing many good things, right? And having some positive energy from it. I feel like I can go for the holidays or live the life that I want. I'm secure, I'm quite resilient, I have things are working out for me. And then probably this major bulk of people are in this languishing, so it's could look a bit different depending on where you stand, right? But it probably is something where you're kind of pushing it away. You're not really feeling like you're confident, or you're not feeling in control. You feel it's a drag for you. You should be doing more, but you aren't because you're very busy and you're stressed out anyways, and life is very, hectic. And the reality is, when we talk to a lot of people about their finances, like that's where most of the people are, and they would like to be in this. Of course, super functional is even better, but at least in the thriving, right? That it actually brings them energy and brings them more strength than in the languishing part.
So if you really don't know,
Anyone wants to say, or if you're feeling yourself, where are you today? Where would you like to be? I was totally in the languishing. I don't think I was ever really in the severe suffering, but languishing definitely was there for a very, very long time, and to kind of relate to it a lot. Now I think I'm on the super functional / thriving side, and it's amazing. I love it. I recommend for everyone. What do you think, Sophie?
I can recommend. Yes. Now, I wanted to say that if you really don't know, we have also developed a tool that you can assess that. We call it the Flourish Financial Flourishing Scale. So we haven't put the QR code there, but if you want to access it, you can send us a quick message and we're happy to share it. And you will see that actually what we mean by super functional or thriving is really, it goes so deep, right? Because it's about the fulfillment in your life. It's about the relationship with other people when it comes to money. It's about your purpose in life when it comes to money. It's about how you're able to feel good about yourself, to feel respected even when it comes to money. So it's all these dimensions that we don't necessarily think about spontaneously, and especially not when we are in languishing, which is with the hamster wheel kind of effect. And it's really also what we want to work on, because money and finances is the lever by which you can choose to do your personal development. So not only you're gonna get some benefits in terms of financial results, so maybe having more success in quantified term, but it's also the experience of life in general that you're going to have through doing that, and how you can actually healthily and flexibly use these tools around money to express your life in a deeper way. So it's yeah, and that's why we have the Flourish Financially program, right?
Yes, let's go into that. So some of you maybe already know this, but we are launching our signature program, Flourish Financially, in January, in mid-January. So it's quite soon, actually. And we are super excited about the first cohort who is now starting. So it will be an amazing group of ladies. And would like to, of course, tell a bit more about this to you as well, because we are so excited about it. It's a real program to kind of transform your wealth and your mindset about finances, and develop a really both a financial plan for your future, but also the confidence to do this, right? The mindset and the psychology part is a very important part of it.
Right. So it's structured in a 5-month program, and we're gonna cover in the next few slides a little bit what we mean by that. But it's important to keep in mind that it's been really set up for, let's say, smart and busy individuals in mind. So we know that time is scarce, and it's an investment, not only financial, but actually in time and in brain space to be doing that kind of work. But we have crafted the resources in a way that they are extremely engaging. We've crafted the idea of the group and the community in a way that's gonna yield the better results, because you capitalize also on the collective intelligence of the community, and you're doing your personal work. So it's really this idea: you start, and 5 months later, you're not the same. You're not at the same place, you're not the same person. And you do that by reconvening for these group sessions that we're gonna discuss. It's like once a month, and also some personalized coaching that we'll be giving with Minna and myself to each person that joins. And so it's a very complete and also rather unique actually proposition.
Absolutely. And I'll just quickly put, I think the comments, they take a while to come through to us. Francoise, this was just so nice. I love this. I have something beautiful to offer the world. I give others energy, so I deserve to receive energy in return. My mantra: I expand in abundance, success, and love every day, and I'll inspire others to do the same. Wow, that
It's a
is
good one.
amazing. This is like shining to the whole world. I love it.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get inspired by this. I really, really love it. Thank you for
Okay.
sharing that, Francoise. So we will look next at the modules of the program, just to kind of explain to you a bit how this 5-month journey is structured. So it starts from grounding kind of into your financial past. This is a really important part of who you are today. And it helps you also to really understand kind of maybe some of your financial behaviors or even the heritage that your upbringing and your family, like what comes from maybe even the generations before, right? And we will talk quite deeply about this one because it's such a important foundation for your kind of own money philosophy. Then where am I now? So the second one is understanding the present, right? So we will, of course, really go deeply into the numbers on this program, right? So we are going to look at net worth, financial flows, how much money comes in, how much money goes out, and really analyze the strengths and weaknesses, the opportunities for each person's specific situation, right? So really knowing exactly where you stand and what are the things that you want to work on.
And also your money beliefs from the present. So there's also gonna be this idea of looking at the scripts from the past, the present, and then what you want for the from now on.
Yes, exactly. And then we start crafting the plan, the grand plan, right? Kind of what are, for example, the emotions that you have around money? What is kind of the financial confidence that I want to develop? And of course, also concretely in terms of the steps. So the financial prioritization ladder, to really know exactly what you're working on to make sure that you are making the most of your means and building financial freedom for yourself. Number 4 then goes into your future, right? Envisioning your dream life.
So it's really so it's a lot of visualization and also some of the coaching tools that we use to be able to set goals, right? So it's goal setting, it's envisioning, it's visualization, and also some specific tools that you use in the financial planning world with, for example, the 4 Horizon investment plan. And it's really this idea that you're starting to craft more in detail your future vision and your future action plan for you.
Yeah, exactly. And the concept, of course, of passive income is important because that you have more financial freedom. And last but not least, kind of how to really sustain financial and emotional growth over it's really for the rest of your life. Like the skills that you learn, the transition that you undertake will be something that will serve you really for the rest of your life, right? So how to also manage it within the family, with partners, children, parents. How to build these passive income streams, how to strengthen your financial resilience and confidence, and really this flourishing, right? What we talk about will be the focus here.
Yeah, it's a really fun one. And so this is a module. It's actually some of the toolbox that you keep with you almost again on a daily basis, like how to have these effective financial conversations, and yeah, again, to have the right emotions to fuel your actions. Okay, that sounds amazing.
It will be amazing. If you have any questions, also feel free to ask in the chat. And then what we wanted to offer you as a special gift.
So yeah, for the ones who have been able to stay these last few minutes, we thank you so much. But we have the gift.
Yes, exactly. So we would like to give to you the 3 first people who send us an email to our address, which is hello@flourishfinancially.org. So send us an email there, and we will give to the first 3 people who do that a free financial problem solving session with Sophie and myself. So we will both be there, and we will really spend half an hour with you to go through your situation. You can ask any questions that you want. We will answer to you. We will help you. And also to discuss the next steps that you could take for your personal situation. So this will be an amazing session. We're quite excited about this. So just now it's already, the time is running, so you can already send an email to say, hey, I'm in, or something like that. And we will then respond to you with details on how to do that. So this is our offer, our Christmas gift to you.
Yeah, I love it because it's the perfect time. I mean, I know always the end of the year, the early year is really this idea of the roadmap. So we're not being very prescriptive here in exactly what we're going to cover, because we want to give really the opportunity to anyone to bring where they're at. I mean, that's the idea. They're coming where they're at, and we're taking it. Just this idea, how can we unlock that? If there's anything specific, or what could your next 6 months to a year to 5 years look like? What could it look like from both these angles bringing together? And we've done this work on in very limited, intimate groups consultation. I mean, this idea of the co-development, and really to take the time to sit down, I think as a group of 3 in that case, right? It would be one person with both Minna and myself. It brings so much wealth of perspectives. So it's absolutely amazing. I mean, I want to get that for myself a few years ago, right? It didn't exist. We had to invent it.
Yes. It was a great pleasure to be here today. I think we want to thank you for everyone who stayed here with us and spent this time in the busy Christmas time. We would love to hear from you. If you had a great time here, leave us a comment, or any thoughts you had, or any insights or even questions that came to your mind. Please enter into the comments. And then, we want to, of course, wish you a very nice holiday time and a relaxing time. And of course, to think about the money scripts, when you're interacting with your family and having these times, it's always a good time for the reflection, right?
Yeah, totally. And I mean, we'll be there in 2025. So we want to thank everybody from the Flourish Financially community in the wide sense of the word that we've created this year. Thank everyone to have been there for us. It's really meaning a lot, this work that we're doing, and we want to continue. So feel free to drop us a line, even if it's just to say, hey, great, or I don't like it. That's also fine.
Yes, of course,
So we want to improve. But we're taking on board any feedback, any comment. And we're gonna probably have another event in January coming up at the time of the launch. So drop us a line as well if you're interested to get in touch regarding the program. We're still accepting registrations until the first week of January. And I guess it would be a fantastic Christmas present for yourself if you think this is for you or someone you love. And we're happy to engage in conversation if you have, again, any question.
Exactly. So thank you so much. Wishing you a very, 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 very nice Christmas time or holidays with your spending, and very nice, happy New Year, of course. Xenia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed to do this exercise with us, and of course, make sure you get also the guide for really doing the deep reflection. Right, it can be a very nice thing to do.
So thank you, Minna. Always a pleasure.
Sophie, yes, it has been really a lot of fun as always. We will continue on our mission to empower women on finances, and looking forward to hearing from you.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.